Understanding why a young person has got to where they are is key. It's here that another useful tool, the Genogram, is used to create a vivid picture of the child's family history.
It allows us to keep the child's context really clearly and very much to the fore, and it also gives us a brilliant summary in front of us. And arguably most importantly, it keeps discussions about young people and their challenges extremely child-centred. Let's look at a quick case example. So let's take Jack, who's been prosecuted for offences of assault, drug and alcohol possession, and goes missing and runs away. Jack has an older brother. So they have the same parents. So we have dad and we have mum. We know that there are tensions in that relationship and arguments and friction in the house. So we can illustrate that with a zigzag line. Let's imagine though that mum had a previous partner. That relationship was finished. There were no children from that relationship, and that he was a violent person and also had a Schedule 1 status. So he had convictions of sex or violence against a child. Mum is the only child of her parents. So this is the grandfather. Now her mum is no longer alive, and before grandmother died, that relationship had ended. And the relationship between grandfather and mum, we could illustrate that relationship, and that there was both domestic violence between him and his partner and big tensions between him and his daughter. Now we do know about mum that she also suffers with some mental health problems, so we can put a little text note. Now in Jack's case, his older brother had quite a serious illness when he was 2 or 3 years old, which would have been in Jack's first year of life. So there's every possibility that Jack's mum was taken up with caring for John in his illness. Jack may not have had the care that he needed from mum, or that may have been a more distant relationship, and maybe one of these people was more involved in his care. So this is a fairly typical, straightforward family situation. It can be done on paper like this, or on screen using freely available software. The only other addition I would make to this is to list on the same sheet key information, offences, significant events in the life of the family, professionals who've been involved with the young person, bereavements and losses, house moves and changes of foster care placement and things like that, just to sharpen the lens on Jack and his family situation that little bit more.